2016. Any of you guys have been following along in my last couple videos, you know I've been mentioning that I'm going to make big changes for 2016. I did mention in the last video I posted, if you guys just watched that one, I believe it was yesterday, last night I posted, that I had to hold off on telling you guys what I'm doing for 2016 and releasing this video because I had to talk to some people first, and now that's all going to make sense. My plan for 2016, I am going solo. I'm going solo. I know that may freak some people out, but hey, you know, it's my business, it's not yours. And you know, all my videos I share with you guys how I do things. I don't tell you that's how you have to do it, so I don't expect you to tell me, oh man, you're making a big mistake, this is what you should do. I know what I need to do. I have many years experience in landscaping and lawn care, working for other people, running other companies, and running my own business. I've been named Lawn Care Service of the Year 2 years in a row now by my business association in my local towns. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and that in itself has helped me to make this decision. A lot of things came into this, and the two people I needed to talk to were the two guys that worked for me. One worked for me part-time, the other one was full-time. And I really wanted to talk to them first before they happened to see this video and be like, what the fuck, you know? And I knew one was going to be cool about it, which he was, absolutely cool. That's the guy that was part-time. He has a full-time job, a pretty good gig. So he was totally cool with it. The other one, he picked up this full-time job at the end of the season, and I wasn't sure how that was going for him. I wasn't sure if he even planned on coming back next year, but he's been with me a couple of years, and so I was a little worried about how he was going to take it, and I got a knack for caring for other people and putting them before me, which I really wanted to go solo last year and I didn't, and it mostly was because of, you know, my employees, and I didn't want to just let them go knowing they relied on that. But anyway, I finally got a chance to talk to him, and his exact answer, or his exact reply to me was, dude, this is your dream. This is what you've always wanted. This is, you know, this is what you want. You need to do what you need to do for your company. You know, I want to come back to lawn care, but, you know, when the season starts up, but this new job I got isn't a bad deal. And so, I mean, it's not really going to, you know, it's going to be all right. I'll be all right at this new job, and I'll just stay here. And he goes, but you got to do what you got to do. He's like, we're still cool. We're still friends. He goes, don't worry about me. You need to take care of your business. Stop worrying so much about other people, and to, you know, worry about what you need to do. And that took a huge burden off of me. That made a huge difference. What an amazing thing for him to say, and it definitely made a big change. But aside of that, so that's why I had to hold off on making this video. I had to talk to him, and that was a big concern for me. But they both did tell me, hey, if you get behind, you know, rain delays, whatever, you can't get caught up, give us a call. You know, we'll figure out what days we have off from our jobs, and we'll step in, come work with you for a day or whatever, help you get caught up. We'll do what we can do. So, I mean, that's great. That's really good. So, as far as going solo, what made me, I've been spending the last month and a half, 2 months going over my numbers, and then going over them again, and then going over them again, and going over them again. And then I went over them with my wife, just in case I missed something. I wanted her to look at everything and, you know, make sure I was on track. And what I've done is I lost track of where I was going. I got so caught up in all the accounts I was raking in and all the money I was making, which was pretty hefty. This season that just ended, 2015, was only my third year in business for myself. Now, I've been doing this for 17 years, but it was the third year doing it by myself. And I maintained 114 weekly accounts. Most of my properties were pretty damn big. You know, but I had a ton of average sized properties too. But to get 114 accounts from nothing in 3 years, that's big. from my area anyway, I don't know, maybe your area is big or whatever, but that's a good jump in 3 years. Technically two, because I started off this third season with about 100, 102, and I gained, 12, 14 accounts throughout the summer. And I turned down a lot. I sent a whole ton to other people. At least 20, 25 lawns I've sent to other people I just couldn't do. So that's big growth, and I know what I'm doing, and I've lost, in 3 years, I've lost 4 customers, 2 of which moved away, 1 passed away, and the other one, we had a difference of opinion. So I've been able to maintain all of my customers. I'm great with customer service. But anyway, back to the numbers. Going over these numbers, and I'm looking at what I'm paying out in labor, what I'm paying for repairs, and this is big because over 80% of my repair, I spent over $10,000 just on repairing equipment last year and buying new equipment to replace stuff that couldn't be repaired. Over 80% of that was equipment I never touched. Now let me back up a little bit right there. That 10 grand was labor, repairs, or no, not labor, I'm sorry. Labor is totally separate. I spent a lot more than that in labor. Repairs to equipment, repairs to damaged property, repair or buying equipment that could not be repaired and had to be replaced, things like that. And like I said, I know in this industry stuff's going to break. And it's just, I know some of it was from me pushing my guys so hard because we had so many accounts that we had to get done in a certain period of time. We only ran 4 days a week as far as mowing goes, Tuesday through Friday. I worked my other job driving an armored truck on Mondays, and I tried to take Saturday and Sundays off. So that's 114 lawns in 4 days. And we really hustled all the time. So a lot of stuff got broke because we were pushing, and I ran my equipment really hard. But that's because, I ran things really hard to make sure everything was done, giving us enough time so that after every lawn I could go back over and make sure nothing was missed, make sure everything looked good. And a lot of people think you run your stuff that hard, you push and rush that fast, things are going to look like crap. They don't. That's the thing. I pushed everything so hard to get everything done so I could take that time to meticulously go over every single thing. And that's what kept getting me those awards for Lawn Care Service of the Year, because I made sure before I left the property nothing was missed, things were done right. So that's why a lot of stuff broke. But then again, a lot of stuff broke because I'm never going to say anything bad. You're not going to find me saying anything bad in this video about my guys, but we'll just leave it at this. Nobody will ever care about your business or your equipment as much as you do. So that being said, I know my guys sometimes just weren't treating my equipment the way they should be. But I'm not going to say they purposely did it. I'm just, whereas I would avoid doing something because I think, oh man, that could break and I know what that costs to repair. They're not going to stop and think like that because it's not theirs. They don't have to repair it. They don't have to pay for it. So what I've done is I've taken all these numbers. I've gone over things over and over again. And what I'm going to do for this year coming up, I took my entire list of my 114 weekly properties. I have one bi-weekly. That's not counting my 114 weeklies. I broke it down to what I think I can handle. I'm going to go to a 5-day schedule for mowing, Monday through Friday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the properties that are too much for me to handle by myself. I'm going to keep everything that I think I can handle, which I know is a good amount because I'm a workaholic, and 100 miles an hour all day long. That's how I roll. That's how I've always been. That's just the way I work. I can't go slow. I've tried. I can't. I'm going to try to kick it back a little bit. What this is going to do for me is I'm going to do it all by myself. I'm going to keep what I can handle, and I'm going to give away what I can't. I've talked to a couple different smaller lawn care companies around my area, and I'm going to show them the properties, and I'm going to tell them, this is what I do it for. I want you to do it for the same amount for this year coming up. If you want to change the price after this year, That's between you and the customer. I want you to do it for the same amount that I do it for this year. I'm going to introduce you to the customer. I'm going to tell them this is what we're doing. If they say no, they're not comfortable and they want to go somewhere else, that's fine. But I'm going to show you how they like it. I'm going to show you little bits of things, just little particulars, and you keep them for this year. It's a free account. It's on you. I'm not selling you the accounts. Just take them. And like I said, these are people I'm friends with, okay? So I'm not just giving it to random companies I don't know. I'm giving away about 25 accounts, roughly. And what they do with them after this year is on them. They can do whatever they want. But I'm going to give them the accounts. They're going to keep the price the same. I just want to know that these people are taken care of. They're not going to some shyster. It's going to screw them over, tear up their property. I want to know these people are taken care of. They're good people to me. They have been. But I can only handle what I can handle. I'm not going to get myself into a bind right off the start. If I find out that I can do more than what I'm keeping for myself, then at that point, I'll take on more. It's crap. It's January the 5th. My phone's been ringing for 2 days about lawn care already for this year coming up. So I'm getting calls like crazy. So I'm not worried about it. If I find out I can handle more, then I will take on more. But that's where I'm going, guys. All this work I showed you I've done to the mowers, that's been in prep to make things easier on me. I've bought the new weed whacker that's longer, so I don't have to bend down as much to save on my back, since I'm going to be doing it all myself now. And this is my big plan for the year. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. And like I said, don't tell me I'm making a mistake. Don't tell me that I'm reducing my company. The way that I've actually figured it out is I'm going to do less accounts, and in the long run, I'm going to make more money. I'm actually going to make more money by doing less work, and I don't have to worry about anybody but myself. Things will be done the way I want, how I want, when I want. I'm super excited about it. I cannot wait to start this season off. I'm more excited this year than I have been the last 2 years starting a season off. So I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be starting a new lawn care series. I'm not going to tell you the name of that yet until I put out my first one on it, and that's just because I know someone's going to jump on it. When Greg came out with This Week in Lawn Care, everybody had This Week in Lawn Care videos. When he came out with Lawn Care Lifestyle, everybody had Lawn Care Lifestyle. I'm sure some other people will follow suit, but I'll give you the name of that new series when I put my first one out, which won't be till spring. I'll keep making random videos between now and then, but that series will start up in spring. You'll see what that is. I hope you guys follow me. This is a big step for me. It sounds weird saying it's a big step since I'm reducing the size of my company, but it really is a big step because I'm going in a whole new direction. So I'm very, very confident that it's going to work. I'm very confident in my ability, and like I said, I'll be doing less accounts and making more money. It's just the way I figured it out, and like I said, I've had my wife go over it with me, which she's got a doctorate, let's face it, she's smarter than I am. But she agrees that this is definitely the right path. And I've talked to a few other people, and they say, man, you got this down. Look what you've done with your business in just 4 years, or just 3 years. You definitely know what you're doing. So I'm confident. I'm really excited about this, and this is where I'm going. So I hope you guys stay with me. I hope you guys follow along, and you're going to see a bunch of random videos from me until spring, and then that new series is going to start up. But I hope you guys stay with me. All right, I'm out.